Hello you lot, how's it going? It's a wonderful, wonderful Sunday today, and I tell you, it is just wonderful. It's absolutely unbelievably fantastic. I'll tell you what's happened. I'll tell you what I've got. I've got a Savage for the Savage build, and I'll give you a quick little peek at it, and then I'll tell you the backstory, the story of it, because whenever I get a second-hand RC car, I always tell you the backstory. So let's have a quick little look at it, and then we'll have a talk about the story, and then we'll have an in-depth look at this car. So this is what we've got. We've got a Savage SS, and that's all you're going to see for now. We'll have a proper in-depth look at it in a minute, but there it is, a Savage SS. Now this story for this is an interesting story. Comes with a box, and we'll have a look at it in depth in a minute. So this is a story that you just won't believe, right? So I went to a place called Chelmsford because we had to go and get some school shoes and that for the kids, and there was an ASDA there and they had what we wanted in stock, and it was the only place. So we went all the way to Chelmsford, and I was sitting in the car park, and there was a man in a car, and so we walked along, and he said, he opened the window and he said, are you interested in remote controlled cars? You know, like radio controlled cars. I said, yeah, actually, a bit of a hobby of mine. Do that now and again, got a few. So he said, have a look at this. He opened up the boot of his car, and in there was this. I said, oh, that's a good one, an old one. Savage SS, that's the kit for the 21, did you know? He said, yeah, I did. I do know that, because I built it. I bought it brand new, 2003, built it. I said, all right, well, nice, yeah. So, what's the deal with it then? He said, well, I've done all this stuff to it, and I want to sell it. I said, all right, right. So I was looking at it, and I was like, that's nice, nice. So what do you want? He said, some money. So I said, all right. Now, luckily, I wasn't in a position to be buying any more RC cars, but I had in my wallet the rest of my birthday money, right, I got for my birthday. And I thought to myself, I've got a bit of cash here. I wonder if he'll take this. So I got him this. I said, look, how about that? He went, yep. Didn't even count it. He went, yep. Put it in his pocket. Handed me the car. So I got myself a Savage SS. And I tell you what, I haven't had the shell off of it. I haven't looked at it. He gave me the box. The box has got, he opened up the box briefly. There's bits and bobs and spares and stuff in the box. And it's had some modifications to this truck. I tell you what, it's jacked up unfortunately, so I'll have to get rid of the jack up kit and put it down to a normal suspension height. But I tell you what, it's a good old truck. Let's have a proper look at it in detail. And Chelmsford, that's the new place if you want some luck. I tell you, go to Chelmsford and go to ASDA, and there you get some luck there. I tell you that. Blimey, yeah, Jesus. Anyway, let's have a look at this truck and see what I don't even know what it's had done to it. I can look at it. Looking at it now, you can tell that it has got some. It's got different chassis, different bumper on the back. Look. It's got some stuff on it. It's got the bottom plate thing. It's had some modifications. You can tell that. Let's have a proper decent look at it. And I know it's got a roto start, so I haven't got any of the roto start shafts left. I gave them all away. I had loads. I give them away. Never give stuff away because you always need it. But I gave loads away. So hopefully in the box is the shaft to start the roto start. I didn't see the roto start itself, but I didn't look in detail. Hopefully it's in there. And I don't even know what engine's in it. It's a blue one, but it ain't the 21 or 25. So let's have a look, see what we got. Oh, I'm excited. So this is it. Here we go, Savage SS, and I can already see it's got an original tank on it because it's got a primer. If you broke the tank and you bought a new tank, they didn't come with primers. So that tells me that it's an original tank. How much action this has actually seen, I don't know. I mean, the bloke said he built it from new. He bought it new as a kit, built it, and he used it, then it's sat in his shed for years. I mean, this bloke's probably in his mid to late 40s, so he reckons it's sat in his shed for a few years, and you can tell it has. It's covered in dust. Smells like an old boot. So, it looks like a proper good truck. Proper decent bloke as well that was selling it. So, I don't know how much action it's had or what engine we got in it. It might be the original engine with a different head. And it looks like that's an original 21 carb, and that's a HPI air filter. We'll have a look at that in a minute. I know it's got a roto start on it, so I'll have to see if I can find either the starter thing in there or if I can work that out. So we've got some sort of thing on here, look, little switch. Not really sure what that's all about. Obviously senses the brake, I suppose. I don't know. I have no idea. You geeks out there will know what that's all about. I've never had one of them on a Savage before. So I can see straight away it's missing a servo. It's missing. Has it got a steering servo? Right, I can hear it's got a steering servo. It's missing the throttle servo, so we've got no throttle servo. I don't know whether we got radio gear, but I have these receivers that Bo sent me, so I've got plenty of receivers. So it don't matter if we've got radio gear or not. But I need to find a servo for the throttle. What we got on here? Look. Oh, we got lights. We've got lights on the back. Ah, that's what that's for. That makes sense. So that little switch, that senses when you put the brakes on, that goes like that. Well, this is supposed to go like that. Push the little switch, which then puts the brake lights on. That's pretty handy. I like that. Bit of a broken wire there, but we'll work stuff like that out. 21 GPM power. Nice. We've got some broken wires here. Don't know what they're for. Probably work stuff like that out. The suspension, it looks like it's got the stiffer springs on. It's definitely stiff and springy, but I don't like the jacked up look. I like it to be sort of down there somewhere, but I don't like the proper jacked up sort of look. If I take them spacers out, it might bring it down a bit to a more of a reasonable height. So we've got an original tank. We don't know what engine we got yet. We're missing a steering throttle servo. Got a good clutch on it, good spur. What's that for? Something under there, a little clip under there for some reason. Turn that around. What's this? We've got a speedo. That's a speedometer, I think. USM speed meter. Yep, we've got a speed meter on here, so you can see how fast we've been going. That's interesting. Got a dent in the pipe. That's all right. This is an original HPI pipe. This is the pipe you would have got with it. I don't know, Hot Bodies engine. That's not an original engine, but when you bought these as a kit, I think they did come with an engine. They come with the S25 engine when you bought these as the kit, but they didn't come with radio gear. Obviously this is a new chassis, so we've got uprated or aftermarket turnbuckles, we've got aftermarket axles on here, aftermarket bumper and axles on the back, and turnbuckles there. What else have we got? We've got all the screws in. My one's missing all the screws. We've got the bottom plate, whatever you want to call that. I haven't got that on my one. But is that going to be annoying or a good thing? I don't know, but it looks pretty cool. Doesn't look like it's had an overall lot of use on it, because usually these would be, like if you look at my one, like me 21, look at all that use. That's had 20 years of use and all of that. And that's what that one looks like, all them scratches. And this one doesn't have too much of it at all. Even on the front, there's hardly any, so I don't reckon this has had all too much use. Proper good. God, I tell you what, I can't believe it. Proper happy with that. Talk about luck coming your way. Now, let's hope. Can we turn the engine over? No, that engine is it's either stuck or it's might be on his compression stroke, I don't know. Anyway, he reckoned it ain't been run for years, so we'll work that engine out. But don't forget, this is a build. I'm going to do this as a Savage build, so I'm going to put an engine in it. A different engine. I want to try and get an engine that no one's used before in a Savage. You know, I dare say there's people out there that have used every engine, but I want to, if I can, I want to get a newly released engine that no one's used yet on the Savage. That's what I want to try and do. I'll work something out. I've been in touch with a few of the big shops trying to work something out. One of the big shops has actually a bit of a clue there. One of the big shops is gonna, help me to get an engine, but I'm gonna leave it there. We'll see what engine I actually end up getting. But right, let's put this back together. Let's get this box on the bench unopened and see what goodies we have inside the box. Right, there we go. Let's have a look at this box. For those of you that might not have seen a Savage SS box, I'll tell you what, I can't tell you how over the moon I am, because all the Savages that are for sale don't come with the boxes. And I like to keep boxes, I like to keep things clean, tidy and organised. And that's one of the big things for me, is clean, tidiness and organisation. Now I've got boxes for all of my cars, and the Savage 21 has still got the original box that it had obviously when it was new, because I had that from new as well. I've got that box, it's a nice box, it's not tatty or anything. This box, slightly tatty, but it means a lot to me that it's got the box, because now I've got two Savages. Both got the boxes, and this one is the kit version of the one that I already had, so that is, it couldn't have worked out any better. So you got the box there, tells you what it comes with. Come with the S25 engine, the rotor start on it, you know, that kind of stuff. That's what it would have looked like with the original chassis and all that kind of stuff. Purple springs, 40 mile an hour wheelies, nice. Yep, I remember looking at this. I had a VHS and a DVD of the instructions and the promo when they released this kit. Very good. The Savage SS. Oh look, Savage SS 4-wheel drive giant monster truck, $274.99 without engine. Ah, so it didn't come with an engine. So this one didn't. So from what I remembered looking in the shops when I was younger, the SS came with an engine, but not with radio gear. But obviously they must have done some kits cheaper without an engine and without radio gear. I didn't know that. I learned something here. Without engine, look, Savage SS without engine. So the engine what's in it must be whatever this bloke decided to buy to put in it. So we'll have to take that out and inspect, see what it is. Savage SS there, Savage SS there. Nice. Let's take the lid off and see what's inside. I know there's bits in it, but I don't know what. Right. So we have, right, we've got an instruction manual. Quite smells old in here. We've got an instruction manual. This is only 20 odd years old though, so it shouldn't smell that old. For that, oh, that must be the transmitter. So obviously he bought his own radio gear for this truck because it didn't come with radio gear. So he's bought a high-tech Pro Car digital proportional radio control system. Nice. AM stuff. Oh, sorry. FM. Flash. 4 FM. 40 meters. So this is a 40 meter. Oh, right. Okay. So we've got an FM radio gear in here then. Nice. All right. Oh, so there might be radio gear in the truck. That's cool. So if there's radio gear in the truck, I can use it. But I might still put a 2.4 gigahertz receiver in it. That way I can use my Fly Sky transmitter for it and have that both Savages on the same thing. Venom speed meter. Oh, this is the speed meter that's on it that we saw. Alright, so we've got a Venom speed meter on it. Nice. We've got a charger. This is a Amarang plug-in charger. It must be for charging. It must have in it then a battery pack, and that's the charger for charging it up. Nice, very nice. So the obvious things, we've got some very ugly wheels. Very ugly wheels. I don't know, I don't mind them. They don't know that they've been used. Do you reckon they're alright? I don't know. And they're not something that I would choose to put on it, that's for sure. I wouldn't never choose to put those on there. I'll probably sell them. Probably stick them on eBay, someone will buy them. There'll be someone out there that wants those wheels. Bloody hell, probably could get me money back just from selling the wheels. Right, so we've got 4 wheels with tyres, a bag. We've got here, what is this? We've got a Spectre. This is no good. Breather filter. This is no good for a Nitro car. What? You know, I'm glad it isn't on the truck. I hope he hasn't run it with one of these as an air filter, because these are no good as an air filter. These are for a car, a real car, as a breather, a crankcase breather. So no good for a car. Hopefully he has never run the car with that one. We've got another rim there. So we've got 4 wheels and tyres and 1 rim. There we go. Got a packet of thread lock, very nice, brand new in the pack, and it's £1.45. Midland helicopters, £1.45. Jesus, you definitely can't buy 2003. Look, that's copyright 2003. That gives you a rough idea of when this was manufactured, and we can safely say it's around 2003. So you can't buy a thread lock for £1.45 anymore, that's for sure. What else we got here? Looks like we've got a receipt here. Oh, look, we've got several receipts. Right, I'll have to check. £4.20. Alright, I'll have to check for names and addresses on those receipts, and then we'll have a look at the receipts. Hold on. So this one's nothing to do with it. This one's a receipt for some Evolution carbon blades, 55 centimetres, for a helicopter, $35.99. And it's in the name, actually. It's in the name of the person I bought this from. I think because I got his name, or Richard anyway. I knew his name was Richard. Midland helicopters. Yeah, there's another receipt just for some bits and bobs. Look. So the receipts have nothing to do with this. We've got an aerial tube. I love an aerial tube. You lot know me, and I love an aerial tube. I collect them. Well, that is a bit of tube, bit of fuel pipe with a protector on it. You know, it's like the one that goes around the engine to protect the fuel line from melting. Might come in handy. You never know. So we've got another set of springs. Whether these were a set that he's had on and are no good and he's replaced them with the new ones, don't know, but I've got a nice set of springs. Could put them springs on my Savage. Well, they're both my Savages now. Man, I can't believe it. I still can't believe it. It still hasn't sunk in, you know. It still hasn't sunk in. Unbelievable. A screwdriver. Nice. Oh, look, we got HPI Savage 21SS25 stainless steel screw kit. www.modelscrews.co.uk. Look at that. We've got all the different screws that we might need, all brand new. Screws, nylock nuts. Oh man, there might be a bolt in here that will hold the engine in on the MP9, because I lost one of the engine bolts. And I haven't managed to get one yet. I've been running it with just 3 bolts. Man, that on its own is a touch. That is worth everything that I paid. Don't know what that is. Some oil, probably air filter oil for air filters or something like that. Brake pad there. It's like is that a new one or a used one? Looks like a used one. It might be a used brake pad or something. Bit of fuel pipe there. Oh look, we've got the DVD, the original DVD, HPI RC Cars DVD version 2, the Savage 25. Oh, and the Rush. Haha! I always wanted that fuel. See that fuel what they've got there. When I was a kid, I always kept saying to me, Dad, can I get that fuel? And I was going, no, we can't buy it in this country. I want that fuel though. It comes in a metal tin, yeah, but we can't buy it in this country. Because in this country, well, as far as especially at that time, you might be able to get it now, Tornado fuel, but back in 2003, you couldn't get that fuel in this country. You only had the Model Technics fuel, probably, and Opti fuel, that we could get in our local model shops. Because don't forget, back then, you couldn't order stuff on the internet. Look, pull start handle, bits and bobs there, look. Servo horns and whatnot, axles. Yeah, you couldn't just order it on the internet. Every time I wanted something, we had to go down the shop. W.H. Smith's 3 Horace Bear, worth $9.99 when you spend £20 in store. No way. December 2007. Oh man, I wanted a free bear. Right, well, screwdriver. I got one of these. This come in the kit that I built that car with. The kit that cost an absolute fortune. And now I've got another screwdriver. I'm over the moon. I can't believe it. They're good screwdrivers and all. Got another little bottle there. Probably used to have air filter oil in it or something. Cable tie, look, more plastic stuff. What is that? Got a bottle top. A file. What is this? Quick UK. What is that for? 60 size skid rubbers, £1.95. Just got bits and bobs here, look, receipts, instructions, Velcro. That might be the instructions for the engine. Right, have a look at that. What is this? So that is, oh, that's that charger. Oh, look, that's the old chassis. So that's the original chassis. You know, the side plates. Oh, it's nice. Oh, sweet. That can't get any better. So now I've got the original side plate chassis and the bottom one as well. So if I ever did want to change it back to original, I've got them. Wow, you know, that's can't get a lot better than that. What on earth is this? Bit of tube for something or another. It must have had a purpose. Don't know what that is. Another axle. We've got a little tub here, an ice cream tub. What we've got in this ice cream tub? We've got a high-tech. That's a servo, but I don't think it's got anything in it. So, no, it's just got the horns in there. So we've got a high-tech servo with nothing in it. I thought I might have a throttle servo there then, but I haven't. We've got a pull start, which has all come apart. Oh man, pull starts are my nemesis, man. They're my enemy. I'm no good at pull starts. A lot of people are. They can wrap them back up again and respring them, but I can't. The spring goes everywhere and I'm just no good at it. Some people are good at some things and other people are good at others. Super glue, nice. Is it still soft? Nope, that is rock solid. Rock solid super glue. Has he got a date on it? Probably not. But oh well, that can go in the bin. What's that in the bin there now? Got a battery pack here. What's the date? Has this got a date on this battery pack? Probably not. It's a NiCad. Probably ain't going to be any good for charging now. It's one of them. Well, we got some 2004 new. Does that mean it's from 2004? GM Racing products, GPM Racing products. These are what would you call them? What do they call them on here? Alloy drive adapter, 5mm. These are the things that go on the axles and the wheels. Here, see, you got them, and they slot in them, and you got the pins go through the axles, and they drive your things. Brand new packet. It says adapter, so I don't know whether they're different size. I'm not all that kind of. Some of you lot are probably. Ooh, a servo. That's a servo that goes in there. Got a servo tester up there, so we'll plug this into the servo tester later and we'll see if this servo works. Now the reason it's out, this could have been the original throttle servo and it's broken, and that's why he took it out and put it in here. So it might not work, but you never know, dear. I'll test it, it might work. What is this? This is this is a plug for a television aerial. It goes on the coax cable of a television. Obviously that's fallen in the ice cream. Oh yes, a glow plug. Man, look at that. Look, a glow plug. I wonder if it works. That might work. I might have a glow plug. Nice. Always handy to have spare glow plugs. What else we got? We've got an old cloth. A bit of cloth there. We've got a socket with a screwdriver bit in the end. Man, they always come in handy. Crystal holder, number 3 crystal holder. I've got a glow starter. I've got loads of them. Look, I've got bloody loads of them. I don't need another one. But see, I've been giving loads of these glow starters away. I've gone down a lot. These are all the ones I got left. I've been giving glow starters away like crazy to local people. Not posting them. If you want one posted, you'd have to buy it. But if someone's like local down the skate park or something, and I see they've got a Nitro car, I'll just be like, look, have another glow starter, because I had far too many. But yeah, good glow starters, these ones. I don't know whether it works, but there you go. What else we got here? Got a receipt for something or another. £25 for something. I don't know. And a socket, a spanner thing, got loads of them now, so I've got millions of them. Oh, I've got a crystal down here. This is 27255. For those of you that are interested, 27255. Out of focus. Nice. Oh man, I tell you what, I couldn't have been more happy with that. But the one thing I didn't see, well, there's more though. It could be buried under here. The one thing I didn't see is the shaft for the roto start. What on earth is this? Colchester Properties. Yeah, I didn't see the shaft for the rotor start. So we got, oh look, we got stickers. So, oh look, we got Savage SS stickers. Oh man, Savage SS. Don't know whether they'll be very sticky anymore, but loads of stickers. This is instructions for an engine. Whether it's the engine what's in it, I don't know. It might give me an idea of what engine's in it. This. That's some paperwork or something. That's a gear chart. Oh look, it tells you what gears you need for ratios and stuff like that. 21 big block, etc. That's £1.50 for some pipe stud. Savage SS monster truck, the original instruction book. No way, man. So this is the book that you would have been reading when you were building this truck. You bought this as a kit. This was how you build it. Taught you all how to put it all together and all the bits and bobs and what you needed. Instruction manual. Nice. USA, Europe, Japan. Nice, man. Well, there's no shaft for the rotor start, so I have got a plan. I'm not going to do it in this video. But what I'm going to do is, because all they are basically the rotor start shafts. They're an axle. They're not. They're made specially for a rotor start. But if you look at them, they're just. If you look at a drive axle, like a drive shaft, yeah, they're the same. And I've done it before, but all I've got to do is nick one. I'm going to nick a drive shaft or an axle shaft, whatever you want to call them, off of one of the cars and stick it in the end of a drill, and we'll try and get this little engine running. I'm going to do a separate video on that though. I'm going to do a will it run video, because that's just what I want to do. So but man, there we go. Savage project on the way. Just look at it, man. I'll tell you what, it's actually a perfect sort of base truck for an actual project. I mean, if you look at all the ones that are for sale on eBay and Gumtree and all of that, and there was some on Facebook that some people had told me, family members been on Facebook and had a look. They were like, people were asking, like that one that I sent an offer to that we all saw in that other video. He wanted £130 and that was an absolute wreck. But look at this. This just came up and this is nowhere near a wreck. This has probably been looked after quite well. So it just goes to show there are some out there, and this is a very good base for a build. So all I've got to do is I'm going to have a look. I know you lot have recommended certain different engines. Every engine that you lot have recommended, I've written down. Don't worry, I've written down. I've done some research on them particular engines, but I know what engines I do want. And the engines that I want, they're not ones that I've ever seen in Savages, and they're not ones that are easy to fit. I want it to be different, and I want it to be something where someone goes, bloody hell, like, how did you manage to do that? That's what I want to do. So, like I say, having a chat with a certain shop, and we'll see if we can work something out. But it may be a case of, if I can't do that with an engine which is out of the ordinary for a Savage, I might just try to get the most weirdest engine that I can get, or something like that. I don't know, we'll work something out. But if you want to see that kind of stuff, stick around, and I'll catch you on the next one. The next video you see of this truck will be the Will It Run. I'll get this engine running so that I know whether this engine is running, and that way I can give it a go, make sure that the gearbox and the diffs, they're all right. I'll have to find a servo, see if that servo works, put that in it, and then we can go for a drive of it as it is before I start taking it apart and putting engines and bits and bobs in it and all that other kind of stuff. So I'll catch you lot on the next one. All the best. Remember, everyone's the same. Look after each other. If you see anybody out and about, just look after them. Treat everybody with respect, and that way we'll all get on together. Catch you later, you lot. All the best.